Lucy Powell, if dodging a question was an Olympic sport, I think she would have won the gold here. Take a listen to her answering or not answering a question, as the case may be. Take a listen.
Can I take your attention, please, to the front page of the Daily Mail this morning, to slightly separate matters, where we read that ministers are being forced to tell asylum seekers don't rape women. These are pamphlets now being offered by the Home Office to people who are arriving here claiming asylum. Why are these pamphlets necessary?
Well, look, I mean, I don't know the background to these pamphlets.
She doesn't know the background to these pamphlets. Eh?
You know, is that it's of course absolutely right that we explain to people what the rule of law in this country is, what the consequences will be for people if they don't abide by the laws of this country, and those consequences are very severe for somebody seeking asylum, for example. If they break the law, you know, they will have their asylum claim completely cancelled at that point, and they will face deportation to where they came from.
So these are the rules of the road. You're not issuing asylum seekers pamphlets saying these are the rules on littering. You're issuing pamphlets about not raping women.
A very good point made there. It's not about just putting your litter in the bin.
You're issuing pamphlets about not raping women. Is this the government acknowledging that some asylum seekers, not all, some asylum seekers, are a risk to women?
Look, I mean, I think, as I say, I don't know the background to these.
What's that about?
I don't know the background to these particular.
Well, I could give you the background. It's all over the papers this morning.
It's part of a. Yeah, of course. It's part of a range of, we have a range of measures that we're doing
but just on this
to ensure that our asylum system is robust. And we've seen, I think, also out today, are figures showing that the number of failed asylum seekers who've been deported has risen in the last 2 years.
That's right,
to over
and the government has done a lot on that. I do need to press on this, Lucy Powell, because there'll be lots of people watching this who will be very concerned by this, by the apparent necessity for this pamphlet. So if this is the government acknowledging that there is some risk among these group of people who arrive about the safety of women, how can the government reassure people that those asylum seekers can be let into communities when there is a risk that the government is trying to mitigate here by giving them a pamphlet about safety of women and girls?
And remember what Andy Burnham said, you must play your part, we all need to play our part, and these asylum seekers are being moved into your area, whether you like it or whether you don't.
Look, we have taken a huge number of steps to speed up the asylum process. Those who have no right to be here are being removed, and they are being removed quickly. Those who break the law in this country are also being
because we've talked extensively about those measures on this programme. I think the new thing that we're trying to address this morning is this somewhat extraordinary pamphlet from the Home Office, which is specifically saying to asylum seekers, child abuse is wrong, do not rape women. So consent is what we agree to in this country. Why would you give that to a group of asylum seekers if you didn't feel concerned they might not already know that? And you have to understand that that's the interpretation that will be of those in the community where they might be housed in the new schemes. Do you understand that connection in people's minds?
I fully appreciate that people in communities, are concerned around asylum hotels. They're concerned around houses of multiple occupancy being taken up by those seeking asylum, and that's why we've taken huge steps to close down these hotels, to process the applications much more quickly, to get those numbers down significantly.
So let me get this straight, they're moving them out of hotels into communities, but not to worry because they've had a pamphlet.
To remove people from this country who have no right to be here, whose applications have not been successful, and also to remove people who have broken the law, who perhaps have been granted asylum. We recognise completely the concern around these issues, which is why we've taken a whole range of steps to mitigate and to deal with them, and ensuring that people understand the rule of law of this country, the culture and the expectations of them in this country is just part of a whole range of issues.
Let's see what effect those mitigations have. Thank you very much indeed for coming on, Secretary of State. Good luck to you and your household as those results.
Thank you.
I told you she'd win a gold bloody medal in the Olympics, wouldn't she? No answers. Of course, no answers. They'll the same old waffle over and over and over again, don't they? Yeah, gold medal, Lucy Powell. Well done. What do you think? Did she answer the question? Did I miss something? Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Ciao.